Want to see a comic book page getting lettered? Then you need to check this video out. Hello everyone, it's me, your old pal Max West. As you know, I draw comics, do children's picture books. And in this video, we're doing the next step here. We're going to be lettering this page with Rusty Duncan and Samantha McGregor, the two stars of Sunnyvale Stories. Alright, so I've got a mechanical pencil. This one has a 0.5 millimeter lead. I got my trusty Ames lettering guide there. Alright, I'm using my thumbnails here as a guide. Just draw these in. In addition to doing the letters in pencil, I'm also going to start filling them in ink. This page is going to be done with a combination of pencil as well as fine liner pen, brush, technical drawing pen, India ink, and when we color this in, I'm mainly going to use design markers with a smattering of colored pencil. Alright. Alright. Lettering by hand, it is cheaper than lettering on the computer, as the computer requires some pretty expensive materials like hardware, a scanner, the appropriate software too. People tend to use vector-based programs like Adobe Illustrator, although you can do lettering in Photoshop. I do, when I actually do digital lettering, which isn't much. Alright. It'll look better once I start penciling in the letters there, as well as ink them in. All right. Yeah, the Ames lettering guide, the purpose here is to set up the lines. Now, sound effects and such, I tend to draw those freehand. Yeah, since the thing here in this first panel, Sam, she knows the neighbors that Rusty lives next door to, the Houtmans. The Houtmans are characters that have never actually appeared in Sunnyvale, kind of like the lower half of Wilson's face from Home Improvement, or Ned Schimmelfinney from Fraggle Rock. Look it up. You know, they're characters that we never see, they're only referred to. Rusty is recounting a someone he knew when he lived back in the big city. I'll explain that in a moment. Now here, Rusty is mentioning someone he used to live next to while he lived in the city, Mr. Strite. That was based on an actual teacher I had years ago. When I used to live in New York, I attended public school number 71 in Ridgewood, right on Forest Avenue. And one of the teachers we had in the school, he taught 5th grade, but he was also in charge of the lunchroom. You could not start eating until he told you to. Yeah, I know to probably you school kids watching this now, that sounds kind of bizarre. Well, anyway, the thing with Mr. Strite, I kind of liked him. I sympathized with him. Now, why was that? You see, people were always mispronouncing his last name. Yeah, what happened was he would come to speak to us when we were in the 1st grade and the 2nd grade, and he would constantly complain about how people were always mispronouncing his name. Mr. Strite would complain, "Some people call me Mr. Stripe, S-T-R-I-P-E, or Mr. Strike, S-T-R-I-K-E, and believe me, I sympathized because people always mispronounced my last name." I wonder whatever happened to him. Most likely he's retired. Alright, yeah. See, he's describing his teacher, his neighbor, Mr. Strite, and he was a pessimist. Mr. Strite got a clean bill of health from his doctor. Yeah, he's setting up a joke for Sam. Sam is helping him set up the joke, and Rusty is about to explain why it was bad. Alright, and yeah, we're coming to the punchline. Clean bill of health, and Mr. Strite wanted a second opinion. Alright, I'm going to wrap up this video in a bit. I'm going to start on the inking the lettering. I'll be right back. All right. Got some fresh water here. All right. Gonna ink the letters. Then in the next video, we're going to start inking the page itself in the form of the panels, as well as the speech balloons, and then the characters. All right, let's get this started. Yep, I'm using a Speedball C6 nib dipped in India ink. It takes practice to letter a page as well as to get the hang of inking. Practice, though, makes perfect. We only learn by doing. All right. All right. All right, excuse me. Just need to go get some fresh supplies. Need to get some ink, more ink. Yeah, I usually tend to get up a lot from the table when I'm inking my work. Now, when you're drawing comics, be it the old-fashioned way, like I do, or on the computer, just take breaks, stand up and stretch, loosen up your arms and your wrists and your hands. I mean, those manga artists over in Japan overwork and they tend to have health problems. So just please take frequent breaks and don't burn yourself out. Your future self will thank you on that. You see how much better that looks when we covered it in with ink? Of course, yeah, the whole page will look better when inked, and especially when I color it. Let this dry, and then in the next video we'll start the inking process. go. We'll wrap things up here with one final look at the page. Then we'll end this video. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button down there. Also, make sure you hit the bell icon to be notified of when I do new videos. If you want to see more of Sunnyvale stories, just follow the link below, down in the video description. Alright, there we are. Let's take one more look here, and then I'll be ending this video. Alright, let's have a quick look here. Yes, look how much better that looks. Alright, well that's it for now. Until next time, it's me, your old pal Max West, saying goodbye.